Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Stream. I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode Forum.
I'm Shannon at Check How on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
Shannon, you normally go after me.
I was replying to something. Oh, and Vivian beat me anyway.
All right. Cool. Well, guys, we don't have much of a plan today. And I asked what we normally do when we don't have a plan. I asked Vivian to just free associate for a bit. And then and a few of the words she threw together turned into the idea. So it's still pretty rough, but the two words were doors, opening. And I thought that maybe we could do something like old cartoons. Like, okay, Vivian and Shannon, have you guys watched Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you? Let's not do it anymore, or we'll get a copyright infringement. So there's this classic trope where you're in like a hallway with a bunch of doors, and like you run in one, and then you run out the other, and you're being chased by something, you know? So I thought it would be fun to make a game where you go indoors, and then you come out other doors, and that's really all I got.
Maybe there's ladders.
Could be ladders.
Things chasing you. It's like when this door opens, there's so many game possibilities for us, you know?
The world is our oyster.
True.
All right? An oyster made out of doors, because oysters open like doors. All right. So, we need a protagonist. Who wants to draw it? You just have to draw the protagonist. You don't have to animate it.
Vivian took her finger up.
No! Is that I took my finger off so I could talk.
All right. Well,
I'll make us a protagonist.
You should have tattled faster than Shannon. Shannon, good job.
Okay. Do you have like a setting that you would like, Richard?
Yeah, it's just a place with a bunch of doors. So, go wild. Like, where are places that have a bunch of doors?
Bells.
Schools, like universities.
Libraries.
Did you say bells?
Hotels?
Cathedrals. Churches.
Hotels, right.
Oh.
Cathedrals.
I like the idea of a library. Our library had like half levels. It was impossible to go anywhere. You get on the elevator, and only if you got on one side, you could go to the half levels, which is nonsense.
Okay.
Seems
cool. Let's do a library.
Okay,
So we're gonna start off by doing some library stuff. So we're gonna do a bookshelf. Just classic library business.
True. But you know what?
Guys,
libraries are hip nowadays. Sorry.
They are. I mean, I was just saying, do you think we should add libraries to the things we're about, seeing as how often we do library games? We do them pretty often.
I love libraries. I'm
We all
down.
do. If only Joey was here, he would do it.
Shannon did it.
Good job, Shannon. Gold star. Yep.
Shannon, wait, we
It's a
can't
gold
do that
star.
though.
No, neither of us can add stars. So.
Okay, I'll just have to remember to do it later. All right, so we're drawing some books. You know what? I don't want to make these 1-pixel books. It's taking too long. Let's make some 2-pixel books. Or we'll have a mix.
Scooby-Doo. It's in my head.
It's a pretty catchy song.
Okay, somebody explain to me this. How is a ladybug not a turtle? They're the same.
Size and aquaticism?
But general skeleton, if you like Marquis selected a ladybug and dragged it out to resize it.
I think turtles have more neck, maybe?
Oh.
But if a turtle was squished back, then they would be the same.
Okay, like an
I guess.
old turtle.
Also legs, but That's okay.
That's true. Ladybugs do have significantly more legs.
Oh, I forgot the legs.
Yeah. All right. We got a bookshelf. I don't love it, but we're going to stick with it for now, you know.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I'm just going to put them down.
Small.
It
does
looks
look okay small.
Incredible. It looks matte, you know? I don't know how you can achieve that effect, but
I think the yellow is a little too much, so I'm gonna quiet that down. Okay, and now let's go ahead and do the floor of this place. What do you guys think? Like, I'm gonna do black and white tiles, but that doesn't feel right for a library.
Usually it's carpet, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how to present.
Ah!
You could try purple and less purple.
So let's do purple, and then we'll do like I feel like the carpet at my library had like little lines.
Yeah, to mask spills and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like the same thing you get at like hotels and airports. In fact, you know what I could do? Let's do it like this, and then I'll show you in a sec. Not like this. But I have an idea. Let's go ahead and copy and paste now. Cool. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to select a quarter of this. We're going to rotate it.
Richard said quarter, and my heart was just like, no.
And
Ooh, it looks like that soundproofing insulation.
it does look like that. It looks a little 3D.
Yeah.
It does look 3D.
It's interesting. I would not have expected that from that pattern. But all right, we're gonna go with that for now. Okay, so I go to put some stacks. You know, gotta break them up. And then we want to have like some doorways on like the either side of this, right? So let's figure out how we're gonna do walls. Let's do Zelda style walls, I think. I probably shouldn't because that might be difficult, but let's do it. So Zelda style walls are sloping inwards, and the perspective doesn't really make sense, but you know, get off my case. It doesn't matter. It's just a game, guys. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some wood planks, I think. And the way we're going to make it look like it's sloping inwards is that the planks will get bigger as you go farther up. So these ones are going to be like 3. Those are going to be like 2. And this last one's just going to be like 1. Like that. Now we're just going to break it up, kind of like how we do with bricks. Actually, before I break it up, let's go ahead and fill it in so that I don't have to fill in each individual thing. All right, now we're going to break it up.
Do people still sell Nintendo 64s? Is that something I can buy?
Get them on like eBay.
Are they expensive?
Probably.
Are they?
Unfortunately, we're.
What do you want a Nintendo 64 for?
What game?
I want to play Ocarina of Time. I was watching somebody play it and it looks cool.
Ocarina of Time is a good game.
Okay, cool.
That is a very popular opinion.
Really? Good. I only want to play good games.
All right. Okay, so this looks a little weird right now, but I think it's gonna look a little bit better once we do the corners and like, the other walls. So let's go ahead. We're going to duplicate this 4 times. Now for each of these, we're going to rotate them.
I might have to redraw the character. I don't think mine is in a good perspective.
What? No, whatever perspective is fine.
I want to work on another edit, another draft. We'll see.
Okay. Don't go out of your way or anything, though.
I'm not doing anything anyway. You got this, Richard. You don't need us.
No, I need you guys. Okay, wait. So which one did I do 2 of? This one.
The side to
these 2 are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I chose the right one. All right. So, can you guys see how it kind of looks like we're like looking down on this? Like,
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so now we're gonna do the corners, just to math this up, and then we'll do tiles that have like doors in them for us to like walk through. That'll be fun. So corners are pretty easy. What you want to do is you want to let me not do it, Richard.
It's been so long.
It has been so long. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and like duplicate this, and the idea is that it's going to bend around like this way. So the thing that's going to be dividing our like corner is going to be a line that's going to be at just a 45-degree angle, and it's going to be coming up to like right about here. All right, so I'm going to make that black just so we can see what it is. I will change it to be something else once we're done. But okay, so everything below this line we want to be going in this direction. Then up here we want to rotate it so that it's turning basically, and it'll match up with the other wall that's in this direction. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and do these top 2 things, and now I'm going to just like block this off so that I can just fill this in.
Richard, we have a comment saying that you drew a nice library.
Thank you. It's not my first time drawing a library, All right, so there we go. So this is kind of like turning inwards. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and do it like that so that it looks a little bit more, in line with our colors. And then I put it up here, and so you can see how that makes the corner. And luckily, it actually lined up pretty well, I think. So I'm just going to take this, and I think because it lined up with these 2, that means that it's going to line up pretty well if I just rotate this around a bunch. So go ahead, do that. Rotate 1. Rotate 2.
Ha ha ha.
Rotate 3.
Ha ha ha.
Wait, did I do it right? No, there we go.
I'm so glad we introduced the counting segment of our show. It's really spiced things up.
You learn all sorts of things with us,
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. Now, if I was being really fancy, I would go in and I would do some shading on here to make it a little bit even more 3D. So the idea would be that I would probably shade it more towards like the bottom so that it's lighter up top. And then I would do some shading on the corners so that it was different a little bit for each of these 4 corners. But I don't want to spend all the time doing the entire stream doing art. So get going. Oh, also I've made a classic mistake here. So I made all the gaps 16 wide, and I'm guessing your character is 16 by 16.
Less. I made it 16 by 16, but it fits smaller.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah,
okay, so
much smaller.
If you have a character that is 16 by 16, you don't want to make walls that are 16 by 16, right? Because if you do that, you'll get into trouble when you have like a 16 by 16 character, they need to be pixel perfect to make it through these gaps, and that's really tough to do. We're trying to make that easier. We're trying to think of ways to do that, but we don't have anything today. All right. So last thing we got to do is I want to make sure that we have a like exit. So I think we're going to, we need to make a wall tile first. I mean, a door tile. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. We're gonna make a door. So for the door, what I'm thinking is we're just going to do a nice little outline like this. A little heavy having it be black, I think.
What about teal?
It was like orange. Oh.
Did you do black but put a purple border on the inside?
Oh.
Okay, so like this?
Yeah. I don't know.
I like this because it kind of looks like you can, like it's a light coming through, but at the same time, that's also really bright.
Try it on the wall.
Yeah, this is okay. All right, let's yeah, all right. We'll go with this for now, but I'm not a huge fan. We'll probably come back and edit this later.
I like that it now looks sort of just like an opening, like a little hallway that you can walk.
Yeah. I think maybe it needs an outline. Or maybe we could even just do like a little fake depth thing, like this. See if that comes through at all. Yeah, not really. No, okay. Let's just give it an outline. Oh.
This perspective is so difficult. I try to make my character face a different direction.
You can have the character be in any perspective really with this perspective.
Well,
because it's top down, right? But you can make it so that it's just the character can just be like 2D, and then you just flip left and right.
What if they go downwards?
And you just have them face whatever direction they were facing before, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Cool. I'm done then.
Cool. I told you it was a low effort protagonist today.
Yeah, but your bookshelves look so good, Richard. You can't say low effort protagonist and make such nice bookshelves.
Okay, whatever. All right. There's one more thing we want to do, which is I want to make it so that we have like down here, I want this to be the entrance for the library, and I want this to be like the checkout counter. Okay. And while I'm doing this, I want you guys to come up with a narrative for this game. What are we trying to do? Why are we sneaking around?
Okay, Shannon, if it helps, the main character is a ladybug.
Ooh.
Who's wearing a beanie.
This is great. I love them already.
So we could be stealing books.
We could be stealing a special book from the secret restricted section.
Ooh.
So you have to find the right door to it.
Wait, so Richard, for this game, are we going in the right side and appearing in a random place on the left side?
Yeah, I haven't really decided yet. We'll just figure it out when we start coding.
Oh, okay. Sure. So does one stealing a book?
Like, maybe it's like a magic library that's like changing its paths around.
Especially to try to keep you from the super magic.
Oh, wait, I got an idea.
What?
Based off of Shannon's idea. Okay, it's a library, and you're trying to check out a book, but the library is trying to keep you from checking it out. Because it's like, books belong in the library.
So you're trying to...
Oh, sorry.
Go.
So you're trying to get to the checkout counter. So all those doorways should be sealed? Like, it shouldn't be open.
Yeah, we'll need to figure out something, I think, to tweak this tile map a little bit, but that's fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Chat says you need to steal a book about bugs to find yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they told you you're not a bug. Maybe all the librarians are something else, and they're like, you're definitely a turtle. And you're like, I don't think I'm a turtle.
Okay, so this is gonna be my little checkout counter. Let me go ahead and duplicate this, and I'll make one that has some books stacked up on it.
I feel like we often make librarians evil, though, in our games, and that's just not fair to librarians.
Alexander's library. He was a good librarian.
That's true, but we had the hippo. Was it a hippo heist game where you're trying to drop off? Yeah.
The librarian was evil in that one.
Okay, one for one. It's okay then.
The librarian isn't evil in this game. The library is misguided.
But who coded the library? The library.
That's true.
I'll make some evil turtles.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the entrance now, and so the entrance I want to be like those glass sliding doors.
Cool.
So we're gonna do this. We're gonna give it a border. We're gonna give it some I don't know, sparkles.
Nice.
Glare lines. This doesn't look right. There we go. That's fine. There you go. Like that. Okay. That doesn't look amazing, but again, let's get going to what's coding. All right, so let's figure out the gameplay of this, since I think we're throwing away throwing around some ideas. So first, let me get our protagonist in, because I think that's going to inform us, you know.
Yeah. I like the idea that maybe the turtles all put spots on their shells to look more like the ladybug to trick them.
Oh, he's wearing a beanie. It's very good, Vivian.
Thank you.
Oh, the beanie.
Do any of you guys own a beanie?
I have one my mom made me, but I couldn't find it the other day. It's in my closet somewhere.
My goal this winter is to get a beanie. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. By the way, customary shout out. My mom is a librarian, which is why I like it when we do librarian games. Although I gotta fix these bookshelves just a little bit. Just move this down. This. There we go. Okay. So we've got our bookshelves. We've got our thing. What are we trying to do? We can make this not a square. So maybe we want to make it so that there's, like, you're trying to go through doors and you're getting teleported between doors, but your goal is to get to, like, the entrance, right?
Yeah. So I think you should do one more door down there or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only one that connects to the checkout area.
Okay. And the idea is that this library has become sentient. and is blocking your way. So what if we make it so that as you're walking around, bookshelves slide in to form walls? Okay, so like you can see this, but when you come down here, it's just going to go like.
And the doorways are your only hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What do you think, Shannon?
Oh, I was muted, but I was making enthusiastic noises throughout.
Good, cool. All right, so what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to take this bookshelf tile, we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to make a secret bookshelf tile. For secret.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this in like down here so that you're blocked off. And we're going to make the layout of this a little bit more like dynamic so that we have room to do maze stuff. So, okay. What we want to do is we want to make it so that these doors like link to each other. And we want to make it so that we have paths that go between the doors, but it's going to be like a maze, you know? So I think the idea is going to be something like, you know, like this would connect these two doors, something like this. So we're going to have to make this tile map bigger, but this is like the basic idea, you know? Like, so you go in here and then you can go over here to this door, but we'll make it a little bit more complicated than this. We'll have branching and stuff, you know?
Yeah. I'm being confused by the secret bookshelves, but I'll get there, I think.
You're being confused by the secret bookshelves?
Yeah, because they don't look very secret right now.
No, we're going to turn them into normal floor tiles.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is as you're walking around, when you get close to them, they're going to turn into bookshelves. Oh. Because the library is trying to block you.
I see. It's a just-in-time library system.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a lazy
Some of
library.
them should be regular bookshelves, I think.
Yeah, they should, but I'm just doing it like this for now so we can get the coding in.
Yeah.
And then once we got the code going, we'll go in and we'll make this tile map bigger so that we have room to put in like normal bookshelves with everything else. Okay. So let's get started with our bookshelf magic. And let me fix this right here. So I marked all of these as walls. I'm not going to mark the bookshelves as walls because we're going to do that in the code. So let's wait. There we go. All right. So classic stuff. What's the name of this? Name of this fella?
Oh, Shannon, you have a name.
Wait, Shannon. I'm going to give you a countdown, and then you just say it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Annabeth.
See, that was magic. Annabeth is a very good name.
You can always count on Shannon in a pinch.
I bet you Shannon loves it when I do that.
Always.
We have a suggestion from chat that there should also be moving carts.
Oh, yeah.
Library cards. Nice.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to, in the start, we're going to cover up all of these tiles. So normally we would do that with the tile maps extension, but we're not going to be doing that today because we want to make sure that when we're covering these up, we're able to like control it. And you can't really do that with the tile map extension. That's really just meant to cover them up and then never uncover them. The other thing I would like to do, this will be fancy, but we'll see, is I'd like to make it so that you can overlap the top. You can overlap this, and then this is a wall. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes the perspective work better.
Oh.
But we'll see. We'll see if we get to that. For now, let's just get it so that we get these bookshelves appearing and disappearing. So to start off, we're going to create sprites that we're going to place on top of these guys. And we're going to be creating a lot of sprites. So we're going to be setting some flags on them to make sure that they're it doesn't slow our game down too much. So we're going to do for element of list. We're going to do an array of all of our secret tile locations. And we're going to create a sprite. We're going to make a new kind, which is bookshelf.
You don't just want tile maps extension?
Why?
To do your cover thing, or no?
No, because I want to be able to, I need to be able to access these sprites.
Okay. Cool.
Because I'm going to make them turn in and out, being bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to create these all with an image, and that image is going to be this. So I'm just going to drag that out. And I'm going to drag this out for later. And change this back to this. Now we're going to go into scene, and we're going to do a place on top of. Place that value right there. Fake tile. Look at our empty library.
Spooky.
You can kind of like phase in and out of this thing. Okay, so we got to set the z-index. So we're going to set the z-index of our Annabeth. Our Annabeth. To 10. Cool. Okay. So now what we want to do is, first we want to have the camera follow us around. We want to make it so that when we get close to these sprites, they're going to pop up into bookshelves so that you can kind of see it, blocking your way. So to do that, we're going to use our favorite extension, yours and mine, but not Vivian's. All right, stick the landing. Got it. It's always a tough one because Joey just decided to make the sprite utils, but the extension sprite util.
He did that specifically to trip us up.
Specifically, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an on-game update. And we're going to make an on-game update for every 100 milliseconds. And what we want this to do is we want to, every 100 milliseconds, we're going to check the distance between our sprites and our Annabeth. I still find that funny. If the distance is like below a certain amount, we're going to change their image to be this one. Otherwise, we will change it to be this one. So for all sprites behind bookshelf, I'm going to do a logic. Going to do a comparison. Going to use this distance. We're going to put value right here. And if this distance is less than, I don't know, like 48, then we're going to set the image to be this. Otherwise, we're going to set the image to be this.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So this is kind of slow right now. It's a little laggy. Which is to be expected given the number of sprites we have, number of distance calculations we're doing.
Should you do what about overlaps with like a target? Would that be better?
I think it would be tough though, because we would have to make a lot of targets. Right?
Or like one that follows the ladybug?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Interesting. Would that be faster? Well, let's try it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a big sprite. We're going to make it, I think I'm doing 32, so let's do 64 by 64. We're going to make it a circle. Close enough. Fill that in. And we're going to make this the aura of visibility. All right, and we're going to set our aura of visibility in here. Oh, right.
That was just such a silly thing for it to say. And I know Richard forced it to say it, but it was just silly.
Okay, so we're going to do an on-game update. And what we want to do is we want to make it so that when we're moving around, we're going to set its position to be the position of Annabeth. So let's make this our aura. Go ahead and do our X. And Y. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to, inside of our on-game update, inside of on overlaps, we're going to do on sprite of kind bookshelf, overlaps other sprite of kind aura of visibility. Boy, that's easy to remember. Then we're going to set its image to be like this. Let me go ahead and disable this so that we know if our code is doing better. Yeah, make this not value. Okay, still a little slow, but it's better. Yeah, so this is the problem of when you have a lot of sprites, because you have a lot of things that you have to do like events with. What's weird is it's like haltingly slow. Like it's like it goes fine and then it like lags for a second. I don't think you guys can see it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But okay, we'll figure out something for this. But for now, this is fine. All right, so we're making our bookshelves appear. We need to make them disappear. And the way to do that is we're going to, inside of here, we're going to leave this like as is, but we're also going to, inside of the on-game update, we're going to loop over all of our things. And I'm not 100% sure this is going to work, but let's see. And if it doesn't work, I know how to fix it. So we're going to set them all to be floor tiles. Yep, okay. So this doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because we are, like this on-game update is always running after this overlaps. All right, we want this on-game update to run before this. And luckily, I made a contribution to this extension. Is run code before, and I can say, runs physics. And that'll make it so the code I put in here will run before the physics runs, and physics is when overlaps happens. Okay, so this still isn't quite right. I don't remember if these are in chronological or not. Let's see, updates camera, runs on-game update. Updates animation, runs physics. So wait, I think it should be this. Is it because this is running in a separate fiber?
I have an idea. Oh
yes.
Go for it.
No, I want to hear Shannon's idea.
No.
I know what my idea is, so I want to know what your idea is.
You were raising your hand first.
My proposal is timers extension. Maybe.
My proposal is put an if check in the game update with an overlaps for the specific sprite in your loop.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how that goes. Let's do it. So the reason I was avoiding doing that was because our physics engine is smart in which sprites it compares. So the idea is that theoretically it would be faster than always checking the overlaps with every single one of these. But I can't seem to get this to run exactly as I want it to. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and try this. And we'll see what happens. What did I do with my set aura position? Oh, there it is.
Oh, wait. I meant... Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
This is what you meant, right? Except it's backwards.
Is it buttery smooth?
Well, I can't taste it.
Salted or unsalted? Sorry.
I think it's acceptable. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to have the walls work like I was saying before. So I want to make it so that this is a wall when we're coming at it from this direction. This is a wall when we're coming at it from this direction. But when we're coming at this from this direction, this is not a wall. This is a wall. All right? And that's because you should be when you're, this is okay, right? Because I'm just standing up in front of this thing. Like this perspective is totally fine. So what I want to do, and I think this should be easy enough to do, is if we set the image here, we're also going to do some logic to set its, if it's a wall or not. So we're going to do an if. We're going to say if we're going to compare our y. Actually, we're going to compare the bottom of Annabeth with the top. Is that right? Yeah. With the top of our tile. So if our tile top is greater than Annabeth's bottom, that means that we are below it, and that means that it should be a wall.
Richard, we had a question in chat that I also have a question about.
Yeah.
Which is for the bookshelves. Instead of setting the image, could you make it just invisible/visible?
Yes.
What?
Probably would be slightly better for perf, actually.
No need to do it. I was just wondering, like if there was a reason you couldn't, I wanted to know why,
Nah, not really. Okay. So I added the timelapse extension because I wanted to get this very helpful block, which is location of. Put that there. So there we go. And now I should, let's see, if I walk up here, now I can't walk down. So we've done this bottom wall condition. All right. So what we want to do now is we want to set the well, I can occasionally break through this.
Like if you run through it, slam into the wall?
I think it's the vertical movement.
Whoa, there we go. Whoa.
Oh.
I'm not sure why this is happening. I think it should be fine. So, well, there we go. See?
It shouldn't be unsetting the wall at all. Once it's a wall, it should be a wall forever, right?
Yep. And so you see, I can't go through now because it is the perma wall. But I think there's enough like range here that it should be setting it as a wall and I shouldn't be able to get through, you know? Maybe it's because it's like equals. Let's do less than or equals. Now we'll see if I can teleport through it all. Well, haven't so far. I think that was it. I think it was just not by 1 error. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, for each of these, when we set it to be this, we're going to set wall off at the location. And we're also going to set the wall off at the one above it. And we're going to have to do one other thing real quick, but for now, let's just do that. So let's go ahead and go to our tile maps extension. We're going to get the location blank of. Of value. And if this doesn't work well, then I'm just going to stop doing it because it'll be nice, but I don't want to spend forever getting this to go.
What do you want to spend forever doing? Let's be honest.
Well, being on stream with you guys.
We should do a subathon with no subs.
What's a subathon?
I think it's when, like, okay, on Twitch, if you get subs, then you add time to timer. You have to stay live for that amount of time.
Oh.
It's a play on the. It's a. What's that word? That's it's a portmanteau of sub and marathon. But really, we could think of it as a lock-in.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We're just here forever.
We would run out of ideas eventually. Sorry.
This is too complicated. We're not going to do this. We're just going to set wall on, and we're going to set wall off in the else. Bit off a little more than a shoe. I was just walking around and thinking of all the cases that there were. And I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty complicated. All right, cool. Well, we got this going. Let's do our doors now. The other thing we want to do is we want to, hide our aura.
True. Otherwise, people will possess your body.
Yep. That's what happens. There we go. All right, so we just made a little invisible maze now. So let's do our doors that warp you around. So we're going to go back into here. We're going to take our doors and we're going to connect them. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to make this one. All right, so let's say you start up here, okay? So you got 3 doors to start. We'll make this door go here. Which is like, you're so close, but you can't do it. This door will go here. You're trapped. This door will go here. Then this door is the one you come out of. So this door will go down here, and then this door will just put you back up here.
Oh.
Get it? Okay. This is going to be super complicated, but we're kind of running out of time. And I'm thinking that maybe this idea didn't have as much legs as I was hoping for.
Had at least 6.
True. Okay, so we're going to make 4 of these tiles. So let's go ahead and Duplicate. I guess we've already got 2, 3. And then we can leave the original one. What we're going to do now is we're going to make edits. So we're going to make a pink. Right here. Going to make a green. There. Make a red.
Richard, I have a hat related question.
Yes.
So you know how cool people wear their hats backwards?
Yeah. Are you calling yourself cool and me not cool?
No. So like I just don't understand. Do most people not have like a hole on their hat here? Keep on doing your doors. Don't let me distract you. Do they not have a
hole? No, they got a hole there.
But how do they deal with it? I feel so silly. It's like, please look at my forehead. What?
It's awkward with certain hair types, you know? It works better when you have a shaved head, I feel like.
Okay, hold on. I'll fix this.
Try tilting it back.
But then my neck's... Oh. Shannon's cool in her blood. Do you think people who wear their hats backwards really just want a beanie and they can't find one?
Probably.
This is much better.
Are you tilting it forward?
Just to remember the days where it just looks silly.
All right, I kind of forgot how we were going to do the door connections before.
I remember. Don't worry. It's in my brain.
Okay.
I'll put my hat like this so you remember where it is. In my brain.
Right there.
I'm way behind my brain. It's feeling self-conscious.
No, Vivian, you're not going to know the doors.
This kind of looks like the doors, the door tile.
Okay, I think I made this impossible.
What? No. Why? Oh, do the colors match up to where they're going to teleport to?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I wasn't being any help then. Wasn't your right green gonna end up in the right pink?
Okay. All right, let's do that. So we'll put this here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make this pink go down here. The winning one is the yellow. Okay, so this green will put you down here. And then this red is going to put you back up here, I think. Wait, I have so many greens right now.
The left and the right are different. Are they or no?
No, they're the same.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, duplicate this and flip it. So now that I have another color, I think what's missing in this equation is I needed more than one color, one more color.
Yeah.
Okay, so this purple is going to take you to the wrong place. Right, so down here.
Yeah.
So this green takes you down here, and then this red is going to take you back to the beginning.
Oh,
and the yellow is going to take you to the victory location.
Mm.
All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to code this up. We've only got 4 minutes left. So we're going to do this super fast. Ready? Ready for some high efficiency coding, everybody?
I'm always ready.
Oh, this is some high efficiency coding. This is not much code for what we've got so far. All right. We're going to do some overlaps. So we're going to do player overlaps with. And we're going to select our different tiles. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a function. This function is going to be go to other door. It's going to take in an image. It's going to be door. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this image. We're going to see if we have any tiles that have that thing, right? We're going to figure out which one we are not at, and we're going to go to the other one. If it's flipped, then we're also going to check the flipped version of the tile and do the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a make a variable called tile list. We're going to set our tile list to be that array of all tile locations. So this right here of our door. We're going to see if the length of the tile list or actually what we can do is we don't even need to check the length. We can just do a for of loop for our tile list. And I'll get rid of this variable even. And what we're going to do is we're going to see if we find a tile that we are not currently on, then we teleport to that tile. Then we're going to flip it, and we're just going to do the same thing. So we need to see if this value is the same as our Annabeth's location. So we're going to go to the tile maps category. We're going to get the column and row out of here. So right here, going to do some equals. Going to do an and. Okay, so if the column does not equal this, or the row does not equal this, then we're going to do the teleport. All right. So let's do, we're going to go to scene. We're going to do a place on top of. Change this to be Annabeth, change this to be value. We're going to go into functions. We're going to do a return, maybe with the return value. Okay, so this is going to teleport us back and forth. So the other thing we're going to do is we're going to make a variable, and it's going to be called did teleport. We're going to set did teleport to be true. Okay, and now here we're going to if did teleport, then we're going to return so that we don't run any of this code because we don't want to immediately teleport back to where we were. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to clear this. So inside of our on-game update, we're going to say if the tile at location is the floor tile, then we're going to clear this variable that we just made. And now we have to leave because we have a meeting. So the one last thing I need to do to make this work is I'm going to have to make it so that when I do this did teleport, I need to make sure that the tile at location is not this, because we can still be overlapping with this. So I'm gonna make an and. Let's see, so or the tile at location is the floor tile. Like that, then we're gonna bail out. And now we're going to just call this function with this. And hopefully I chose one to start. There we go. I teleported down here, teleported up here. Our code works.
Nice.
Yeah. And so to finish this game, I'm just going to go ahead and do this with all of our other tiles, and I'm going to duplicate this and flip our image to make sure that I get both. And then I'll put a game over win when we get down to the bottom. But that's it for us. Thank you for watching. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Chicago on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian at LipTrip on the MakeCode forum.